Unbiased Sports, Crystal Palace 0, Arsenal 1. Come on, you Gunners. 3 points again. Another 3 points in the bag. Not the best of best performances, but a gritty, hard-fought victory. Very nice. 3 points. I can't moan. I can moan, but I can't moan. So I'm going to start with this. I always say, personally, the first 4 games and the last 4 games of the Premier League is all about the points. Of course, you don't want to be totally trash, but it's all about getting in points, getting off to a great start, ending the season with a great finish. That's the most important thing for me. So the fact we got the 6 points in the first 2 games, wonderful stuff. I just want to talk a little bit about this game, obviously, the stuff that happened. I want to start with the team, the starting 11. Like, I'm not sure what's going on. Gabriel obviously didn't play again. Now, for me, Gabriel needs to be starting. Like, I don't know what's going on, right? No one knows what's going on. There was rumours all flying around that we're selling him and this and that. That's all seemed to be bullshit. I never believed that personally. I just didn't think it's something that we would look to do. He was one of our most important players last year. Arteta have played him every single match, no matter what. So I was like, there's no way Arteta's looking to sell him. I thought maybe it's him, maybe he's pushing to leave. But we don't know what the reason is. Could it be tactically? Could it be that he's trying other stuff? Could it be that like he's seen these 2 games, he's like, we should win these 2. I'm going to try a few different things. Is it because Gabriel has a little bit of an injury? Is it to facilitate Kai Havertz? You know, we don't know, so we can't judge yet. But I want to see going forward what happens. I have a feeling with Tomiyasu out now, I think Gabriel will come back in next game 100%. And then we'll go back to our standard back 4. Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko. Going on to Tomiyasu. The red card. Fucking ridiculous. Yeah. Fucking Mr. Coot. Yeah. Mr. Kunt. Yeah. Fucking hate that guy. Fucking hate that ref every time. Listen, I don't want to go on about the refs. Everyone goes, Arsenal fans always going on about refs. But listen, yeah. It's not only this game, it's been this season so far. The level of refereeing has gone down, people. How the fuck has refereeing standards lowered this season? Like, it's been 2 games, like, per team. Like, as in, like, there's been 2 weeks of games, and it's been already, like, 6, 7 red cards. Ridiculous. Yeah, McAllister's one got overturned. This one can't get overturned because it's a second yellow. Ridiculous. The first one, right? Ridiculous. If he's got to book a player, it's Kai Havertz in that situation, right? He should be booking Kai Havertz either when he's dropping the ball or what. He then waits. Tomiyasu has the ball for 8 seconds, which is not an unrealistic time to have the ball to look for a throw after cleaning the ball and stuff. Furthermore, he waits for Tomiyasu to throw it. Tomiyasu throws it and he blows. And he goes and gives him the yellow card. Yeah? It seems very dodgy. And then the second one, listen, that one there, I could somewhat accept, you know. Like, I could say, you know, sometimes a player takes one for the team. Like, there's times where you'll see it where players will do mad fouls, couple fouls, one after another. And then there's a guy that does a foul that's not even a yellow card, really. But because of them other fouls, he gets a yellow card, right? We understand that in football. That does happen. So I get that yellow card in a sense. Like, I could say, cool, in isolation, cool. The second one now. Tomiyasu did not touch him. Now, for me, that ref has just listened to the players, listened to the Crystal Palace players, listened to the fans screaming, and he's made his decision. He did not see anything. Yeah, he did not see a foul there. He's just listening to what other fans, other players are saying in his ear. Yeah, I'm not being funny. You can't do that as a ref. He did not touch him. And if there was a touch, it was the minuscule touch, not enough to go down, never a foul, let alone a second yellow and a sending off. Bearing in mind, yeah, I want to rant right now, because bearing in mind, literally 5 minutes before, Ayew, the guy that gets fouled in that second one, gets fouled, yeah, fouls Saka, completely drags him to the floor and doesn't get a second yellow. Now, I want this. Like, there's nothing they could do now. Tomiyasu's got the red card, but tell this ref to come out in the open and explain himself, please, man. It's fucking jarring, yeah? It's fucking annoying. Yeah, come out and say to us, Mr. Coot, yeah, you fucking cunt. Come out and say why Ayu's weren't a red card and why Tomiyasu's was. Why his weren't a second yellow and why Tomiyasu's was. I want to hear his explanation. But that won't ever happen because they're fucking protected. And this ain't just Arsenal. I'm not saying it's just like, oh, Arsenal, the victims. This is a multitude of teams. There's teams that that are in relegation battles that lose points due to refereeing decisions. There's people that are title challengers that lose points because of bad refereeing decisions. They're ruining the game with their shit. I don't see this in any other league. I don't see this in any other league than the fucking Premier League. Ridiculous. But let's get off of the ref because I don't want to talk about it anymore. Onto the game. We played okay until the last 30 minutes when we went to 10 men, then we were just on the back foot. But the first lot of time before the sending off, we were all over them. It was all us. We just couldn't seem to have. Right now we just don't. The creative spark hasn't clicked yet. I don't know what that is. I don't know if we're missing Jesus. I don't know if it's just that we got two new players in the midfield, so it's just a little bit of getting used to it. But yeah, listen, start of the game, within 3 minutes, 4 minutes, like people say Kai Havertz didn't do much that game. He didn't do a lot, but within the first 3 minutes, he put it on a plate, yeah, for Martinelli to whip a shot, and Martinelli, for some reason, decided to take 10 years of it and didn't get the shot away. It wasn't a great game for Martinelli, in my opinion. It was one of his more quiet games, which is dangerous for him, man, because with Trossard there and that, you know what I mean? But then Eddie Nketiah, he should have got a couple goals. One of them I'll allow him when he hit the post. I thought great turn, and I thought the angle was it wasn't the easiest angle, and he was sort of falling, so he hit the post, fair enough. The second one, the dink, unacceptable, mate. If that costs us the game, that's unacceptable, you know. But to Eddie's credit, he didn't give up. Great bit of movement. And then again, also Martinelli, I said about him, but he was clever on that free kick to quickly pass the ball to Eddie Nketiah. Eddie Nketiah gets us the penalty, and we go 1-0 up. Martin Odegaard, my fantasy points. Yes, baby. Martin Odegaard with a penalty scored. I don't know if that means Martin Odegaard's our penalty taken out, but Saka seemed to give him it. So I don't know if it's that. Like Saka's already scored and it was like, oh, you know what, Odegaard, get off the mark, you know, get a goal this season, you know, get off the mark and with a goal. So we'll wait and see on that one. But listen, at the end of the day, defensively resilient, Saliba, absolute baller. The mistake he made and then made up for it with I was happy he made the mistake in the end, so I got to see that fucking recovery tackle because it was fucking beautiful, man. Great, like to the point it was such a good recovery tackle that Ayew on the floor is clapping him. He don't ask for a penalty. He sits there and you see him, he just starts clapping his hands. It was a fucking marvellous fucking track back, and the pace he showed. But yeah, apart from that, listen, it is what it is. We go again next game. I'm happy with the 3 points. The game could have been better, we all know this, but listen, we didn't really, like, to be honest, we were on the back foot near the end of the game, but like Crystal Palace didn't have much going for them. Like, they didn't really trouble Ramsdale at all. The defence were doing their job, solid. I like the way Arteta done his subs this week. He brought on fucking hella defenders. Yeah, the Jorginho and Zinchenko coming on was a good substitutes because they held on to the game. People saying, why did Havertz last the whole game? For me, it's because of his. I think it was because how tall he is and he can bring the ball down and he can win headers when we boot it up, stuff like that. You know, I wouldn't read too much into that. But yeah, our next game is Fulham. I think we should hopefully get another 3 points there. I'll be doing another match reaction. I'm hopefully going to be doing a pre-match talk about that, what 11 I'll do and all that right here. But yeah, like, that's the game. That's the that's my thoughts on the game. I don't think I'm missing anything. Did anything else happen? It was a bit of a game in the end. Like, oh my god, I have no fingernails left. That last 30 minutes was just torture for me. Because you know what I was just thinking in my head? If we lose this, I don't want to lose it like this because it's going to be on the ref. Like, we're going to be, there's going to be that thing of, because we went to 10 men, like, but listen, 10 men away at Crystal Palace Monday night, great result to keep a clean sheet. And listen, people want to say, oh, no, this and that. Listen, we're the only, only 2 other teams haven't dropped points yet this season. That's Brighton and Man City. So listen, you can't complain when you get the points, innit? So Tottenham played very well in their first game. Apparently people were like, oh, Tottenham looked really good. They did, I'll give them that, but they drew. I'd rather, in the first beginning of the season, I'd rather look a bit not as good and win the game. So yeah, listen, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. It helps me out if you share. Follow me on TikTok, all that good stuff. Instagram, Twitter, it's all in the description. Comment below what you thought of the game. If you agree with what I'm saying, if you don't agree, if you want to be abusive, I don't give a shit. Like, one thing people need to realise like, you can't troll me. You can't troll me. You can try, but you can't, because it don't affect me, and I just laugh at you. Like, I've had people in the comments trying to go, you chat shit and all that, yeah, and I'm just going back and forth with them, and they're just getting triggered, and it's so funny because they commented on my thing and they're the ones getting angry. It's so funny. But yeah, yeah, anyway guys, I'm Biased Sports, I'm out, peace.